Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Maverick Files here on the Money Shift YouTube channel. And if you appreciate the fact, just like I did that first try, I promise, don't forget to hit that like button as it definitely helps out the growth of this channel. And trust me, internally, I'm freaking out right now that I just did that first try. But anyway, past that, why are we here? Ford seems to be testing out a new iteration of the Maverick. Now we all know that the Maverick has been a home run for the brand, absolutely crushing it in sales and demand, with many folks still waiting on their orders. And because Ford hit a home run, now they're rounding the bases. And what that means for us is more special editions are coming along. And it seems like Ford is actively testing 2 to 3 different variants right now. We've talked about a potential Tremor, we've talked about a potential Rattler, and now we're starting to see a potential sporty version of the Maverick running around Ford's test track. That would be none other, as the hybrid engine kicks on, then the Maverick ST. And now if you aren't familiar with Ford's ST brand, it stands for Sport Technology, and this traditionally has been reserved for what I would call this second tier hotness of sporty vehicles. For example, take the Ford Focus lineup. You have the base Ford Focus, you have the Ford Focus ST, which was a manual front-wheel drive, limited slip differential, power monster, but then above that, you had the RS, which was the crazy all-wheel drive machine. Now, we've seen other ST cars as well. If you are here in the States, we've had the Fiesta, the Edge, the Explorer, like I said, the Focus. If you are abroad, you've also enjoyed the Mondeo as well. But now it seems like it's the Maverick's time to shine. So what we're gonna do in this video is I'm gonna give you the keys and we're gonna walk around my Maverick and compare and contrast with the shots that we've seen from the fine folks over at Maverick Truck Club and other sources, and sort of see what differences Ford seems to be making to the beloved Maverick in order to make it sporty. And then we'll have some fun at the end and speculate what we think price, power, and expected delivery date is going to be. So without further ado, here are the keys. Let's take a walk around. You guys know it well, but this is my 2022 Maverick Lariat. Now let's compare it to a photo of the Maverick ST. The first thing you'll notice is that the light and the grille are all Lariat, which means that at the very least, the model that Ford is using to test the Maverick ST is based on a Lariat. So let's check out what is behind that grille, and we'll see the cooling that comes standard on a hybrid Maverick. And what you'll notice is that there's some good stuff there, but what you see in the spy photo is that there seems to be additional cooling, which usually means additional power. Oftentimes when car companies make a more robust cooling solution, it is because they are trying to bulletproof increased power levels, which is something that the ST will most certainly have, and I'm excited to see what that number will be. And now it's important to note again that they are using a Lariat model in testing. Now it's important to note that, but we don't know if that means if this trim will sit above a Lariat or if it's just borrowing some of the elements to make the vehicle feel a little bit more special. As we round our way to the side, the next element that I want to focus on are these fenders. Now, the Maverick stock comes with this sort of body line that gives you the illusion that there is a wider fender here when actually, when you look at it from the back, there isn't anything special. Now, the Maverick ST, on the other hand, has camouflage fenders, which is to imply that Ford is going to be putting a wider fender on the sportier Maverick. And wider is mo better, baby. That means we're going to get bigger tires to handle the additional power, and that will help provide grip, and this thing should be pretty awesome and just look a little bit more aggressive. The Maverick is a lot of things, but aggressive and mean isn't one of them, so hopefully those bigger fenders will aid in providing that aggression that the Maverick lacks in the looks department. Now, the last thing that the spy photos revealed were a dual exit exhaust. and they came out of a pretty interesting place. You actually see they came out of the two holes that right now are blocked on every single Maverick model. You can see them right there. And if we zoom in specifically, you'll be able to see that they actively just, it seems like they crudely just cut holes right in these sections and made them for the exhaust. Now, I would love if that is a feature that transitions to the production model of the Sporty Maverick. They are natural places for a dual exhaust setup to hide, and it would look killer combined with that wider stance from those flares and likely different wheels and a slightly lower stance. But anyway, let's get inside the Maverick, where I'm going to tell you guys where I think this car is going to lie price-wise, where I think it's going to lie trim level-wise, and when I think we are going to see a Maverick ST on dealer lots. We are back in the Maverick. Let's give a high-level summary of all the comparisons, and then let me speculate what I think the Maverick ST is going to look like, what it is going to be priced at, and when it is going to be released. So we compared the front end of the two Mavericks, and you saw a beefier intercooler setup in that Maverick ST. Around the rear, we were able to see the majority of the changes that give off the fact that this is a sport technology branded truck. It looked like we're going to get some wider fenders, and it looked like we were going to get some dual exhaust outlets, all of which will definitely make this truck more aggressive. But T, you say, that's not enough to give it that ST moniker, that sport technology brand name. You need a little bit more than that. You need some more juice. You need a nice interior. So what do you think it's going to be? Well, fear not, because I have the answer. I am going to speculate, as everyone that has made a video or article about this Maverick ST has done, as to what this vehicle is going to be. Under the hood, as much as I would love to have a 2.3 liter inline 4 from the base Bronco, the Mustang, the Focus RS, etc., I don't feel like that is going to happen. This 2.0 liter has so much life in it, and Ford could easily bring those numbers to 300 horse and nearly 350 pound-feet of torque, giving it a meaningful bump above the traditional EcoBoost all-wheel drive Maverick, and having enough separation between the two power-wise without needing to shift to a new power plant. And remember, keeping the same engine keeps costs down in terms of where that trim level could lie. Number two, the interior will definitely receive a slight makeover. Look to something like the Explorer XT to get some sort of inspiration, or I said XT, ST, to get some inspiration as to what the Maverick ST could look like, but you're getting a black sport seat. Instead of this bronze or orange, you're probably going to get an aluminum-like finish and black and maybe some faux carbon fiber, but not much different, right? We're still going to have the same infotainment, still going to have the same digital cluster, still going to have the same leather steering wheel, because again, this is a Maverick, so we got to keep the cost down somewhere. Number three, there probably is going to be some suspension and braking changes. ST means sport technology, so we got to give this thing the ammo it needs to actually perform in a sporty environment. You saw when we took my Maverick EcoBoost down a back road, you could smell the brakes. And that's a problem, right? So they're probably going to do a small upgrade to that brake department in order to round out an overall package. And that sounds like a winner to me. A 300 horsepower, 350 torque, all-wheel drive, sports suspension, nice brakes, nice interior machine with a pickup bed. Sounds awesome. Now, where do I think this is going to lie price-wise? Great question. Well, because I think this is going to be an all-wheel drive truck, we got to look to the 2.0 EcoBoost all-wheel drive in terms of its price range. And if we see where the XLT and the Lariat lies, I think the ST is going to be smack dab in the middle. The reason why I don't think it's going to be more than the Lariat is because you're probably not going to get features like the acoustic windshield, like the Bang & Olufsen audio system, like the adaptive cruise control. Maybe you won't even get the Sync 4, but you'll get more power. You'll get braking. You'll get a slightly different interior, and that's why I think it'll be smack dab in the middle of the XLT and the Lariat. Now, in terms of when, that is the ultimate question, and I think we're going to see this truck probably around June, July, and maybe, if we're lucky, get an end-of-year, early next year release for the Maverick ST. Let me know if you guys think I'm wrong. What do you want the Maverick ST to be? And are you excited for the potential return of the Sporty mini truck. Something we haven't seen since, well, maybe the V8 Colorados, maybe the Typhoons of the world, the Extremes, all of that. I'm excited. Are you excited? Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.